Hey there. We're going to be talking about one of the ways in which I see almost every single business owner leave a ton of marketing on the table, and that would be me included, and how you can fix it. And this will add for most business owners 50 to 75% more revenue to your top line. And a lot of times it will actually dramatically increase your profit margins and honestly smooth out the flow of your business tremendously. Let's talk. So, today we're going to be talking about a topic that almost nobody wants to talk about, and that is your marketing operations integration. And one of the things that I see with a ton of small businesses is that there is no integration between their marketing and their operations. And in fact, they're losing a ton of money because of this lack of attention on the total customer life cycle. So if you think about it, if you bring in a customer, it takes a certain amount of money to bring a customer in the door, figurative, literally, um, with, you know, that customer being the most expensive to get them into the door the first time. So if you can get a customer to spend more money with you over time and keep coming back, then you are going to have more money in your business. Well, one of the problems that I see a ton with small business owners is that they don't have a focus on people coming back into the business, whether it's retail or a restaurant or whatever the business is. They don't really develop that pipeline and maintain it. And in fact, I will tell you that I myself have struggled with this in my business. I have seen it in almost every type of business, whether it was an attorney, um, whether it's a software company, whether it is, a luxury builder. Every single business I have seen has struggled with this to some extent or another. And the fact of the matter is that they are spending a ton of money developing their pipelines, developing their revenue, developing their leads, and they are struggling with bringing in enough leads to satisfy the business. And yet, if they would just do this simple integration with their business, they would make a ton of money. So think about it this way. Somebody comes in the door of your restaurant and you get them to scan a QR code, which gives them a free dessert. And they get a free dessert then and there, and you put them on your mailing list. Then you notify them regularly of all of the upcoming events that are going on in your restaurant. You don't have to pay ad dollars to remind them and keep them top of mind. You don't have to do anything else. All you have to do is email them. Now, it's not to say that, having an email list is zero cost, but if you can create some sort of loyalty and rewards program, you can start to tell how often people are coming through the door, how much they're spending, and all the things, and paying attention to it. But if you don't have any kind of way to track their loyalty, tag them, stay on top of it, then you have no idea who has walked through your door, and you have no idea whether they spent money with you or how often they spent money with you or anything else. And this is why a lot of businesses like grocery stores have these huge loyalty programs, because they want to understand your buying and your spending habits. So apply that to my business. My business, I do digital marketing. And if somebody does a website with me, the natural next step is either social media management, search engine optimization, or ads management or consulting, right? So there are natural progressions that happen in business. But if I'm not offering people the next service in line, then I'm not staying top of mind. If I'm not offering website maintenance, if I'm not sending people emails after I've delivered a website, then that is problematic. So one of the things that we need to be doing when we deliver websites is to send people emails. And we do that now, but it took us a very long time for us to get there. So, this is something that I see happening over and over and over again with clients. because they don't have that natural operations marketing integration. Somebody that comes through the door, maybe becomes a customer, isn't necessarily remarketed to. Statistically and numerically, somebody who has already spent money with you is much more likely to get more money with you. They're more likely to come back through the door. They're more likely to spend more money. And, you know, if you think about it, you need people to keep coming back and spending money with you. And if your cost per lead is naturally lower because you integrated your marketing and your operations, you're going to know who your best customers are. And you're going to be able to offer those best customers the best rewards. And the people who are schlumpadinka, as one of my coaches would say, you're not going to offer them the best coupons out there because you know that those are the people who are going to come in, get the free dessert, and they're not going to get anything else. So you want to make sure that the person who gets the free dessert is the one who came in and spent $300 that night. And they are the ones that are the most deserving of that. But you can't tell unless you've got some sort of marketing operations integration into your business, right? And is this zero cost to implement? No. However, I will argue that doing this type of integration will make you vastly more money. There was a time a while ago that I had a conversation with an attorney, and it was really interesting because I had the conversation about, well, how are you getting people back through the door? How are you reminding them to file for actual divorce? So in North Carolina, we have a law that states that people have to be separated, like living in separate residences under separate roofs for a year and a day. They go through the whole separation agreement, the property, the da 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 da. But what she was seeing is that clients would never come back and file for that final divorce decree. Well, one of the things I was like, well, just set a reminder that at a year and a day after their separation started, and you know when that is because you've been managing the divorce, why don't you send them a reminder at a year and a day to file the paperwork for the final divorce decree? And then you need to send them out emails and newsletters every so often, just checking in and seeing how people are doing, like you would tend to do. Check in. How are your customers doing? How are things going on with them? Are they still having custody issues? You can actually customize the emails that you're sending based on problems that they've had in the past. Are you doing okay? I'm checking in with you. And it doesn't have to be a salesy, spammy nightmare. It can actually be really, really helpful for somebody to be reminded, oh, yeah, I need to go ahead and file that paperwork for my final divorce. And that was one of the things that she did. And she saw her business increase dramatically as a result of doing that. So if you think about ways to increase your revenue, integrating your operations and your marketing, and I get really excited here, dramatically increases your revenue. I was talking to a carpet cleaning client recently, and he is having some of the best months ever in his business. And one of the things that we are trying to do is make sure that, he gets everybody's email address when he schedules them so that he can send them a reminder in 5 months to schedule their 6 month return cleaning. Well, guess what? He doesn't have to keep going out and getting as many new clients if he's going back to the same clients over and over and over again. And in fact, one of the things you see is that your revenue will increase dramatically over time. You only need a stable of a certain number of clients that you keep servicing. But if you don't have the marketing and you don't have the systems and you don't have the operations in place to set those triggers to remind, hey, come back in 6 months, then you're never going to have the numbers that you need to have and want to have in your business, right? So the first few clients are hard to get, but if you want to be in that feast or famine mode perpetually, sure, don't do any of this stuff. Don't talk to me and, I'll be happy to wave at you and be kind. But if you actually want to add $200,000 to your bottom line in the next 12 months, you do these things. You integrate your marketing and your operations, and it will make a vast difference to your bottom line. I promise you. And the cool thing is that it doesn't have to be super duper crazy techy. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. There are options out there. I'll tell you, I see a lot of people, and I use Dubsado myself. You can set reminders on Dubsado to follow up with people in a certain amount of time and allow them to schedule on your calendar with a reminder email for $35 a month. It is not super expensive. Now, a lot of people will be like, well, Haley, that's not free. Yes, it's not free. Running your business is not free. It can be downright expensive managing all of the software and all of the stuff that you need to be doing. But I will argue that having the right software, the right integrations, the right things together in your business is going to dramatically improve your top line and your bottom line revenue. And the thing is that these clients that keep coming back to you are the ones you want to keep coming back to you. They are the ones that add the most profit to your bottom line, because you don't have to keep advertising for the same clients over and over and over again. You just go out and you go get brand new clients and you keep adding to your customer base, and you can decide whether or not you're accepting new clients or not accepting new clients. You can even ditch clients that are a pain in the butt because you have enough clients. And that is a total game changer. And these are the kinds of strategies I work on with my clients. We sit down and we define that entire end-to-end pipeline. What does it look like to onboard a client? What does it look like to give a client a proposal or a quote or a whatever? What is their offboarding story? And here's the thing, it doesn't matter what your business is. You could be a law firm, you could be a real estate attorney, you could be anything. The foundations of marketing and operations are exactly the same. If you sell retail products, like I sell my F-bomb manifesting cards, I'm going to get people's email addresses and then I'm going to market them the F-bomb t-shirts. And then I'm going to sell them this. And then I'm going to sell them that. And I'm going to keep marketing people different things at different times. And they're going to see their bottom lines improving and their top lines improving and their profitability and their numbers and their happiness with their business. And if you're ready for that kind of improvement, let's talk. And this isn't like crazy rocket science. I know it. You could figure it out if you wanted to on your own. But here's the thing, somebody who has done it hundreds of times with hundreds of business owners in a range of different businesses and understanding your unique challenges, whether you are a lingerie store, and people need to come back every 3 to 6 months and buy new bras, or whether you are a custom home builder, we can create amazing custom solutions for you. Because here's the thing, your custom home builder is going to have totally different needs from your bra shop. And they may even have their own entire home remodeling and home repair division. What if you could sell all of these home repair services? What if you could stay top of mind for all of these handyman services over time? Wouldn't that be amazing? You could generate more business than you could possibly ever shake a stick at by just doing a little bit of marketing and operations integration. I'm Haley Gray. I am the founder of Women's Entrepreneur Network. I have helped tens of thousands of business owners add hundreds of millions of dollars to their bottom lines by using practical, relevant, sane solutions for their businesses. This isn't about pie in the sky. This isn't about implementing wild and crazy technology. Y'all, I'm a programmer in a former life, and I will tell you, after having done years of code support at IBM and development support at EMC and doing all kinds of crazy software engineering, I am personally not a fan of things being overly complex because they are not maintainable, and your average person in business isn't going to be able to keep up with it. Keep it simple, silly. A lot of times these are the simplest, most sane and rational integrations that we can help you get at a relatively nominal cost that are going to help you be super, super profitable. And who doesn't like more money on their bottom line? So hire me. We'll help you figure out how to put all this stuff together, make more money, keep more money in your pocket, and avoid some really expensive mistakes. We'll talk soon.